Hello, guys. We are going to continue our discussion with respect to Python. And in this video, we are going to see some real world examples using lists in Python. Now, you may be using many application or apps, and in some or the other way, there are many smaller modules where specifically lists can be used. Over here, I'm going to show you some examples, but we are not going to develop a complete end to end project now. It's more about understanding what applications these data structures, specifically lists, can be used. So we'll go ahead with the real world examples. Lists are one of the most commonly used data structures in Python. Thanks to their versatility and ease of use, here are several practical examples that illustrate their use in real world scenarios. So let us start with our first example, that is manage a to-do list. So we'll be creating a to-do list to keep track of our tasks. So let me create a list called to-do list, and I will be appending the tasks for today. So maybe first one is buy groceries, and I have a second task in my to-do list to clean the house. Okay. And my third task for the day may be for pay bills. Pay bills. Okay. So this is my to-do list for today. Suppose after a point of time or after some time in a day, I got one other task. So I want to add another task. Add to. Okay. So if you remember in the list tutorial, we have already covered how to append a new element or item to existing list. So we are going to do the same. To-do list is to-do list dot append. Append is a built-in function, and we are going to add one task called schedule a meeting with someone. Okay. And there is one other task that came in. So I'll be appending another task or element to the same list. Suppose go for a run. Okay. And maybe after some time in a day, I completed one of the tasks. So I want to remove that task or element from the existing list. So removing a completed task. To-do list, I'll use the same list. And what I'll do, I'll use the built-in function called remove. And I'll give the task that I have already completed. Suppose I have completed the task of cleaning the house. So I'll copy it from here and I'll paste it here. Okay. So this will remove the completed task from the to-do list. And then suppose I want to check if a task is in the list. Checking if a task is in the list. For that, we are going to use the if statement. If, and I want to check this particular task, pay bills. Okay. So if this particular task is there in our to-do list, in to-do list, then I want to print, do not forget to pay the utility bills. Do not forget to pay the utility bills. Okay, so this is just a reminder, if my task list has pay bills task and it is not completed, so it should remind me to pay the utility bills. Okay, now I'll come out of this if condition and I want to see what all tasks are pending. So I don't want to see the completed task. I just want to see the remaining task in the to-do list. So I'll just print to-do list remaining, and I'll run a for loop for the remaining task. For task in to-do list, print, I'll use the f string here just for formatting. Within double quotes, I'll use a hyphen and then the task. It will print each of the tasks. So now just run this and see the output. Okay. So if you see here, it first reminds me, do not forget to pay the utility bills. Then it will show me the list of the remaining tasks in the to-do list. I hope you are clear with the first example. Now let's go to the second one, organizing student grades For this, we need to create a list to store and calculate the average grades for students. So I'll just copy the snippet here and we'll try to understand how it works. Okay. So first thing is I'm creating a list called grades and I'm having all the grades here 85, 92, 78, 90 and 88. And then comes a new grade. So I'm trying to append that new grade to the existing list grades. And to calculate the average grade, what I'm doing, I'm using the built-in function sum of grades, and then I'm dividing it by the length of grades. So length of grades is nothing but the total number of grades we have. So this gives me the average grade. Then I'm printing it using the f string and then finding the highest and lowest grade using the max and min functions. And I'm just printing the grades here. So let us see the output. Okay. So it gives me the average grade as 88, highest as 95, and the lowest as 78. Now we'll move ahead to another example called managing an inventory. Use a list to manage inventory items in a store. So suppose I have a store and I have a list of items there. I want to check what is available and if I want to add some new items or if there is something that is already sold out, I want to mark it as out of stock. So we'll see how to implement that. So here is the snippet. Just try to understand line by line and try to execute the same from your end. So we'll see what all is available in the inventory. So we have apples, bananas, oranges, and grapes. And I'm trying to add a new item to the existing inventory, that is strawberries. So this got appended to the inventory now. Suppose bananas got sold out and we are supposed to remove that from the inventory. So we can use the remove function or remove method here. Now I want to check if an item is in stock or not. So what I'm doing, I'm assigning one variable called oranges and I'm checking if that item is an inventory, then print item are in stock. If the item is not available in the inventory, it should print me items are out of stock. Okay. Then I'm just trying to print the inventory list. So I'll be creating a for loop. I'll be having a for loop item in inventory and it will just print the items in the inventory. Let me just run this and show you the output. Okay. So because I'm checking here if item is an inventory or not, so it says oranges are in stock. I provided the value for the item as oranges to check that in the stock. So it gave me the output as oranges are in stock. And then followed by the inventory list. So if you remember, we removed the banana from the inventory. So we don't see banana anymore. And we added strawberries to the inventory. So strawberries got appended to the inventory list. So I hope this is helpful and clear. Now let's move ahead to the last example, collecting user feedback. I'll be showing the snippet to you, but I would suggest you to type this out and see, run from your end and understand the piece of the code. So first, collecting user feedback. I'm creating a list here, feedback. I'm having the feedbacks as great service, very satisfied, could be better, excellent experience. And then I'm trying to append a new feedback called not happy with the service. And then I want to count specific feedback. Suppose I want to count how many positive feedbacks do I have in today's list. So I'll see what I'll do is first let's go with this for comment in feedback. If great. So if there is a great keyword or excellent keyword in the feedback, then we are doing one here, like +1. So this will just do sum of one in the sense. So again, if like for the second iteration, if there comes any keyword with any feedback with great or excellent, so 1 + 1, it will give us 2 till the loop ends, like till it iterates over all the elements in this feedback list. Okay. So now it's just printing the feedback count here and then it is printing feedbacks one after the other with the help of a f string. So let me just run this and show you the output. So the number of positive feedbacks, it gives the count as 2 because if it is checking for the keyword great and excellent. So there are two feedbacks with great and excellent. So it gives the count as 2. And then it prints all the user feedback. Great service, very satisfied, could be better, excellent experience. And also at the last we appended not happy with the service. So we see that here. Okay. So these are some of the beautiful examples. And again, list is the most common data structure used everywhere, probably when we are working with larger applications. So I hope you got an idea on these real world examples using list. This was it from my side. I'll see you all in the next video.